Street Fighter 3 didn't really get noticed that much from what I remember, and I didn't see it in arcades locally. After so many Street Fighter 2 variations, it felt odd for another sequel to be now called Street Fighter 3. But what's different about it? On the disc you have two games, Street Fighter 3 New Generation and Street Fighter 3 Second Impact. In New Generation you only have two returning characters, which of course are Ken and Ryu. The remaining 8 are Ibuki, Necro, Sean, Oro, Elena, Dudley, Alex and Yun. Your special move needs to be selected after you've chosen your character. You have 3 to choose from and the commands are shown underneath them. This means you can't perform any other super move while you're playing other than the one you've selected. Parrying has now been added in combat so you can counter-attack easier than before. This is done by pressing towards your opponent as they attack. Get it right and this will briefly stun them, giving you time to use a special move or a super attack to get the most damage in. Second Impact doesn't offer much more than extra characters, which are Hugo, Orion, Yang, plus 2 hidden characters, Akuma and Gil. But is this game any good? It's okay, but it doesn't have the appeal of Street Fighter 2, and certainly not as good as the Alpha series. The graphics look fantastic, and I do like the bolder style of characters. The animations for the characters are really good, and there are plenty of moves to execute, as well as a list of new characters to try out. The music is good, and the backgrounds look nice, but there's that certain something that just doesn't cut it. Maybe it's a sudden change of characters that put people off. When normally you'd expect 60 to 70% of the characters would have been from the old series, now it's only 20%. And the problem is that when you have something that's stupidly successful, people don't like huge changes, and that's what they've done here. And in hindsight you can see it wasn't a clever move, as you don't see most of these characters in games after this. The whole choose your super move before you begin is very restrictive, as players want to have all the moves available at the fingertips, and certain specials work best at the right point in your combo. But aside from that, the controls are very good and responsive, and you have the options that will help you out. Just for example, you can have your special meter constantly maxed out so you don't have to charge it. You can have one button super moves so you don't have to input the command correctly to execute it. Although this does have its downsides, if you are playing as Ryu and you've chosen a super that ends with a punch, like a Dragon Punch for example, then you won't be able to perform a Hadouken because as soon as you press the punch button, you perform a super attack. Is it worth getting? If you're a Street Fighter fan, then it should be on your shelf. But for anyone who likes dipping in and out of the series, then you probably won't enjoy it. I see this game as a stepping stone from Alpha to SVC Chaos. Although it is well presented and still plays like a true Street Fighter game, it just doesn't feel like it has the same impact that Street Fighter 2 and Alpha did. I give it 74%.